y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Mouse Ears and Magical Chats. I'm back with Jenny and Jess. Hey, ladies.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. Today, we are going to talk about Cape May and specifically the breakfast, the character dining experience. So, Jess, can you tell us a little bit about the area where Cape May is?
Yeah, so Cape May Café is at the Beach Club, which is a deluxe resort. It's kind of the sibling resort to the Yacht Club. Yacht and Beach Club were built around the same time when Michael Eisner was the CEO of Disney. This is what you wanted me to share with our viewers and listeners, right? The deep history of when the foundation
pick you for these things.
This is what
you
I
know
want
this.
to know. Yeah,
I read, my Disney books are way over there, but I read Disney War, most of it. And like, it's all about this period of Michael Eisner being CEO of the company. Michael Eisner was like a really legendary CEO.
I need to borrow that book.
It's good. It's on the shelf over there. You can borrow it. And Eisner oversaw a whole period of like lots of construction at Walt Disney World. And these resorts were built during his time. He was from New England, New York City area, and had this attachment to the coastal kind of feel. And so like Yacht and Beach came from that. And the boardwalk area was supposed to like harken back to his nostalgia about this area and time period. And Beach Club is very well known for its fantastic pool, Stormalong Bay, which is like, it's got a sandy bottom and it's huge. And the water slide, you actually have to cross that sidewalk, like the pathway that's technically outside of the resort. Like you go across the pathway to get on this, to do the water slide that crosses over the top of the pathway into the pool. I did it one time. My glasses came off and I was like, check, I'm done. I did that.
They let you wear your glasses on the slide?
Nobody stopped me.
How's she going to get there?
Usually they're like, you can't have anything on your face.
Nobody was in there. And they were my prescription sunglasses. So like my hard part is I need my glasses for distance. And that's not great when you're swimming.
No.
But I didn't want to be flying blind.
So why did you lose your glasses? Is it that wild of a water slide? I've not yet done this water slide yet.
And I only did it one time. I should have done it again, but I was like thrown off. I always feel a little self-conscious because I'm like a lady, like an older lady now doing these things.
You just call myself old. We're not that
bad. I see all kinds of people go down those water slides.
Yeah, and
myself
like
included.
Those are my people. Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
How many kids have like cut me on the waiting line for the slides? Because they're like, there's no way this woman's going down the slide.
They just think you're there with your child.
And I'm not, ever, actually. Like, usually if my kids are there, I'm in the pool where they come out.
Right.
It's when I'm by myself that I'm on the slide. Like,
It's more embarrassing for me when, like, they're behind me and they're watching me awkwardly get down.
Yes, to the starting position to wait for the green light.
I've learned to wait for the green light. I take a slight running start, but not too much running because that's against the rules.
Girl.
I grab the bar and I just, like, shoot my feet down. And it just is much smoother that way than, like, in your bathing suit in front of those kids. So awkward. Yeah.
And every time I do a water slide at Disney, which is like, it's like in that weird part of my personality where it's like, it doesn't quite fit, but it does. It's like the thing that like rounds out my personality. It's like the piece I got from my mother who went to she's the one who brought me to Typhoon Lagoon as a kid. She did all the water slides at Typhoon Lagoon as a 40-year-old whatever mom, right? She's the one that would take us to like the White River in New Hampshire and just like body slide down the river. And like, that energy. Yeah. Totally like just do it. So I always do the water slide in tribute to her and now it's a thing. But it's a cool slide. I don't think it's that wild. It just, for me, the water slide there, the awkwardness is like exiting the pool area to go get in line.
Because you have to walk in your bathing suit.
Yeah.
Through.
And there are people potentially, usually like on the path around Crescent Lake.
Walking,
going to and from Epcot or whatever, to and from.
Or riding the little Surrey bikes by you. Yep.
Yes. And you're like in your bathing suit and whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's a magnificent pool area, and they are currently doing work on it. So it's only going to be better. Like they're refreshing it right now as we speak, and that's almost done.
Explain the lazy river.
Yeah, it's just
they claim it's a lazy river.
Yeah, it kind of is. Like you can float around in a tube and it's really big, but it's in the same pool where people swim. There's like different areas.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like float around, but it's
not like a lazy river.
Yeah, it's not no, it's not that much. Mm-hmm. It's more than other places. Like it is a small version of a lazy river, but it's not like a full water park lazy river. But there is like a beachy area at this pool where kids can play in the sand at the edge of the pool where you
That's
feel
what
like
my kid likes.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yep. It is very big, so if you have younger kids and you feel like you need to keep an eye on them, like you personally need to always be watching your own child, this pool may not be the best choice because it is very big and it's a little harder to keep an eye on them. But also like there are lifeguards and whatever, if you have a strong swimmer or whatever, but just it is big and it is a little like if your kid's going to do the lazy river thing or go do the slide, unless you're on your feet following them, it is tricky. It would be tricky to like keep an eye on your kid if they're moving around a lot. But it's a cool pool. And so that's shared between yacht and beach. Beach club is more like the beachy in terms of decor. It's like the lighter, like beachier blues and
shells,
exactly
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. And yacht club is heavier,
like yachting, boating.
More like buttoned up, more adult feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like where the steakhouse
yuppie,
is.
Like the yuppie on the yacht. That's what I get. Like the Hampton vibe.
Yes.
The Hamptons.
Yeah. Where beach club is more chill.
More like a Virginia Beach vibe or like a Myrtle Beach vibe. And yacht club's
beach
more
club
of like a Hampton vibe. Yeah.
Is closest to Epcot, to the International Gateway entrance at Epcot. So Jenny booked me there, Jess, who is our spiritual guest on this show all the time that we talk about. Jess and I stayed there, and our room request that I said to Jenny, we want to be really close to Epcot, like get me. And we were literally in like a corner room in the building closest to the International Gateway entrance. Like I could like look out and you could see it. Like you, as close as you can be.
Them 3 times to remind
The room request was amazing. Yeah, it was fantastic. So if you love Epcot, this is a great place to stay. I remember like staying there. It's been a couple years, but our trip there felt like one of those like I've arrived moments a little bit, because I remember we used to take the Magical Express from MCO and like it would stop at different resorts before it got to like as a kid, like my All-Star, maybe my Pop, but usually the All-Stars. And this is one where we would pull up like under the porte cochere, and it's just magnificent and like beautiful blue exteriors and like all the white trim and everything. And I remember like being on the Magical Express and being like, someday I will stay here. Like this is one of the ones. I've never felt that way about like Grand Floridian or Contemporary or whatever.
Poly for me. Every time I go, I'd be like, I'm staying there someday. And then the day came and it was very emotional in a good way.
It's like the Moana, like it calls me.
Boardwalk is I love the boardwalk. Anytime you stay on the boardwalk, there's just so much to do. And just like there's live entertainment more towards the boardwalk inside, but like live entertainment, tons of shopping. You can go into the other resorts and shop. You can see the fireworks from Epcot out on the boardwalk. It's just beautiful at night. It's all lit up.
So pretty around the lake.
The lake is so pretty. You can, and it's great. Like Jess said, if you're staying and you're doing like food and wine or like, it's so nice to just like be able to take that walk back to your room and be like right there. Yeah.
And now with the Skyliner right there, we usually talk about the Skyliner in terms of like other resorts having access to this area, but it goes the other way too. Like if you're staying at Beach Club, you could hop on the Skyliner super easily and go over to Topolino's or, go even Primo Piatto. If you want just a nice quick service, like getting over to Riviera opens up a lot of good food choices. And or if you have younger kids and you want to go walk around to Art of Animation, all those like cool statues and theming, it
Tons
goes
of
both
good,
ways with
yep.
the areas. I mean, we usually think of it as people coming to this one, but it does go the other way too.
Goes both ways. Yep.
Yeah, it's fun to explore. And the Skyliner is its own attraction.
I
Like,
love it.
right?
And I'm not a big
Beautiful.
heights person, but I have never felt uncomfortable on the Skyliner.
I have one time, but
You
usually
did?
not. Just when they stop and you don't know, I mean, you don't know how long it'll be stopped. So when it stops and it's like, doesn't start up quickly.
Right away.
Yeah,
If
I've
it
never
hit
been
you
on for a
there,
really
you're
long
fine.
time, but yeah, I don't like it though. I don't like it.
Like, use the bathroom before you take the Skyliner. I always
Yes.
recommend.
Yep.
Just in
Good call.
case.
Good call.
You never know. But it's 99% of the time it's fine. And what else about Beach Club? Beach Club, there is a quick service. It's pretty small. It's like the Beach Club Marketplace or something. And there's a DVC at Beach Club. There is not at Yacht Club. But Beach Club, there are DVC rooms. So there are 1 and 2 bedroom suites. I don't know if they have grand villas, to be honest. There are studios. I've only stayed on the hotel side there, but both exist. And it's beautiful and it's great. And I love it. And you ate there, and I
And
have
it
not
smells good.
Yeah. Oh, the
Beach
beach
resort smells great, but Beach Club just smells good.
Beach Club is one of the ones I have like the inspired by scent.
Some of those too. I don't have the Beach Club one. Is it accurate, would you say?
I don't know, but it smells really nice.
Yeah.
You know,
I love a Disney hotel smell.
I wish I
It is
had
nice.
noticed now because we were like waiting in the lobby for a while because we went over early.
They each have their own distinctive, and they pipe the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Even
I always say my mom
even the
really likes-
values have that smell.
Yeah.
They
Art of
also-
Animation has a good one.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Okay.
like the one that really always hits me is Caribbean Beach. Like that's the one that I always seem to like remember.
It's nice. The Poly.
The
Like
Poly has a great the Grand. I really miss the days when like we would be on the Skyliner, and I've stayed at the Grand Floridian now like 4 or 5 times. I'm lucky. But when you would step off the Skyliner or the monorail, and the band would be playing, and I miss the band so much. I really think it was really awful they took the band from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get one.
So you ate at
Yes, I ate at Cape May.
Cape May Café, and you were there for breakfast, right?
Yes.
So it's important to differentiate, especially because we're talking about smells. This feels like a reasonable transition because anyone who knows Cape May Café is a seafood buffet restaurant in the evening.
Yeah.
And the smells are fishy. It smells like seafood. So it's a different experience. You were there for breakfast, and it's a character meal at breakfast, not in the evening.
Right. Only for breakfast.
So tell us about your breakfast experience. I don't think I've ever had breakfast there. My sister should correct me.
Ladies, I had never had breakfast there too. I was trying to get Topolino's because this was the trip that I took with my dad, my friend Jennifer, my son Jack, and her son Tanner. So Tanner had never been to Disney at all. So we knew we wanted like a character breakfast because he wanted to meet the characters.
With like the classics.
With classic characters. So I knew I wanted it. So I was trying to get Topolino's, but it never just, like I checked every now and then, and I just never really came up. But Cape May had been available when I first looked. So I booked that and I was like, oh, I've never been. And I am so glad that I stuck with it because it is top tier now for me too. Like up there with Topolino's because I really love that one too.
This is high praise.
Yeah, it is high praise. So yeah, going in, it's a little different than Topolino's. This is a buffet, and it's open 7:30 to 11, I want to say. And adults are $49 a person. Kids are $33 per person. And for this one, the only downfall was there was no Mickey, but you get Minnie, Daisy Duck, Donald Duck, and Goofy, and they're all in more like beachy attire. Goofy's kind of your main character on this one, and he has like beach shorts, and they all come around to your table. But
I
on
love
top of
Goofy in
that,
shorts.
yeah, he has his board shorts, and Goofy has like a dance party maybe every half an hour where like
Fun.
yeah, like a surfing dance party where all the kids can get out of their tables and go over to this one spot and like dance to a certain song and like pretend to surf and stuff. So I thought that was like a nice extra special thing. But the food, um, I love the food at Disney, and the food was so good. So I feel like when I went on the website to look at the menu, just it looked like their typical breakfast buffet, and
Yeah.
I wasn't that impressed. So like on there, it has like salted caramel beach buns, and I didn't really know what that was. Oatmeal and grits, cheddar biscuits and gravy, omelet and carving station, fruits, waffles and French toast, scrambled eggs and bacon, and like the children's section, Mickey shaped waffles, chocolate chip pancakes, and
Must.
potato barrels. So all of that, and it was really great. Like all of that was really great. The salted caramel beach buns, those come to your table separately. It's not on the buffet.
Like a bread service.
Yeah. And it's so good. It's like these pull apart bread, and like ice cream was on the side and you could put it on. So good. Oh, and you'll like this, that you can order the pog juice. They
Ooh.
have it there. Like they didn't call it pog juice, but it's the same stuff. Like they told us that it was the same as the pog juice.
Yeah. It's funny they have different name.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Same thing, different name.
Same thing, different
It's
place.
delicious.
But yeah, as you come in, they had like the omelet station, so you could make omelets. I didn't do that. What's not on the buffet list is they also have like like tacos, like different type of tacos. They
For
had
breakfast?
yeah,
What?
yeah, and they had crepes. They had some kind of like like egg souffle thing. Like they had things that are definitely not on here that kind of elevated their breakfast buffet. And I was searching through other reviews because I was like, is this like, do they do this all the time? And they
Right.
do. They just don't put it on here for some reason. And I don't know why, because I was really pleasantly surprised because
Yeah.
the food was really good. It wasn't, just like your average buffet. It really was like a lot more like adult foods and things I would like. And Jack loved the crepes. He's never had a crepe before then.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And the character interactions were great. They stayed. They made sure that the kids got time. Tanner, that was his first time interacting with the characters. We hadn't gone to the parks or anything like that yet, so he was hesitant at first. And they spent time trying to like coax him out and giving him the time to like feel comfortable with them. So I thought that was really nice. The staff was really engaging and fun. And then the interior is just like the rest of Beach Club, very beachy. They have like sand castles and stuff. I would go here 100% again. Actually, one of my coworkers is going down to Florida and she wanted a character breakfast, so we booked this one.
It sounds like it's a nice additional choice without having to be in the parks. Like you said, you hadn't been to the parks yet, so this is another outside of the parks option.
Yeah, and we were staying at Art of Animation, so it
So
was
easy.
yeah, it was a day that we were going to the expo for the race. So like we took the Skyliner over. We were able to like hang out, do this, and then take the bus from there over to the expo. Yeah.
Cool.
So it was a great time. You got to try it.
Processing when I can go there. I would like to try it. I love biscuits and gravy. So
Biscuits and gravy were good.
and I like omelets because I need my protein.
I feel like I tried everything except the omelets. Like I really tried everything on that. And there was a lot of food. I ate a lot. I rolled out of there.
I
Are
love
so
a good
many-
Disney buffet. They have
Yeah,
really great buffets.
There are so many good breakfasts. Like I was thinking about Boma is a wonderful breakfast buffet outside of the parks. Like it's almost, I don't know. And I'm open to doing them as a lunch. Like when we did Topolino's, we did it. It was so late in the morning. It was like almost a lunch. if it was that trip I'm thinking of.
You wouldn't have the option of doing that here because they close at 11, and then the next
11.
thing isn't dinner doesn't open till 5. So they definitely have a very like short period for this.
But if you did the last seating,
yeah,
10:45,
right, you can do it a little later.
That's one of my favorite tips to give people too, is like that midday. Like if you're planning on doing the park the whole day and not going back to your hotel, I always say find a place where you can leave the park that's convenient for just a little bit and like eat your lunch. Like
take a
it's
break.
just nice to get out of the park.
I'd
for a
almost
minute.
say I wouldn't recommend this necessarily if it was a park day, because the only downside I thought of this place was it was loud, because it has the actual buffet and then the rest of the seating, and just I think the way it's designed and the way the seating was, like, it just was loud. Like, if
Echoey.
yeah,
Kind of.
it was hard to, like, you couldn't really have a conversation, and the way, like, we were in a booth and the booths are kind of big, so like to talk across the table was a bit tough. Like, I could talk to the person next to me easier, obviously, but like across the table was tough just with how loud it was. I think with maybe a smaller group, it'd be more manageable, or a smaller table, but it was loud. So if you were already in the parks and it's like a busy day, I'd want somewhere a little quieter, I think.
That's a good tip. I think sometimes like the break from the parks is often in Florida, it's about the temperature. But I know for me, like I need like quiet, a little quieter, or even if it's like a little darker, like a little, so not Chef Mickey's. I heard Park Fair, 1900 Park Fair is super loud. We need to go there and test it out. But
yeah, I would think that this is on par with all those. Like, it has like windows with like light streaming in. It's like the beachy feel. Like, and then with characters and stuff and kids and the music with the dance party portion and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it is a party atmosphere. The kids are like having a blast. It is definitely worth it on that end. But if you are looking for the break portion of it, this wouldn't be the one I chose. Yeah, I'd go something different.
Beer garden.
Yeah, I do love beer
I
garden.
need to get to beer garden.
Yes, you do.
It.
I
So
know.
fun.
I know. She was all in after we went to beer garden. She's like, I get
I'm
it.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It was cool in there. I felt like I was in Germany.
Yeah.
It does. And it's so dark. Like, it felt like you were all of a sudden, like, it's evening and you're chilling.
Yeah.
Band's playing.
I got a beer.
And you got a beer. A big
I
fat
never
beer.
get beer. I was like, take my picture with my
Beer garden, yeah.
Yeah. It came with our package. Yeah. I would go back there. I like that place.
Yeah. It's definitely on the top of my list.
Do you think there's stuff there your kids could eat?
At beer
Beer
garden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's there that kids will eat?
Because they have like macaroni and cheese and they have like breaded chicken and
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have like a little kids like offside area where like normal like
So that's like a buffet too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
like chicken nuggets and stuff. I felt like there was like things that piggy eaters would eat.
And like just bread.
Yeah. Well, and like they have like cute little pretzel rolls that you can like cut in half and put butter on them and stuff.
I ate so much at that meal. I ate way too much that day. That was really good.
I do love beer garden.
That was good.
It's so hard because there's so many other places to eat too, and I'm always like, I want to go back there.
Yeah. This is a thing. And it's like Topolino's is amazing, but it is hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's expensive. It is like
Yeah, is it
a good
like
bit more
60s? Yeah.
for adults. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great, but yeah. But what you're saying about Cape May is sort of how I felt about my Chef Mickey breakfast on my last trip. Like, I thought the food was great. I was very happy. And I don't know. I mean, and it's the classic characters, and there's just something fun about the monorail going through that building, and like you can always hop on and do that as part of your day.
I haven't done Chef Mickey's yet because everyone is like, it's terrible.
Oh, I love it.
I didn't love dinner.
I love dinner.
a couple years. I was 20, like January or February of 23. But we did breakfast, and I should say Jackson loved dinner. Jackson would go back to this place anytime. They had his kinds of foods, and the characters are great. I just didn't, and they were still doing family style at the time when we went, so I don't know if it's because of that now that we're back to buffet, but I thought the breakfast was great. Not hesitate to go to breakfast again. And it was the same thing. They were kind of like, they had tortillas out and stuff, so if you wanted to make like a breakfast taco, you could totally do that. I feel like they have like some chorizo or something if you wanted to do
So they kind of have other options too there.
Yeah. They have like
try it.
salmon.
My dad was talking a little bit, like when I mentioned maybe staying at the Contemporary, he seemed intrigued by that. Do you know what's funny though? So you were talking about, where you own DVC on that last episode. He's like, I don't want to stay in the wilderness. I have a camp.
Yeah.
We're talking about the different things. He's like, well, look, that's not going to hold us up though. Like, don't let that hold us up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for us it's like comforting a little bit. It's like I don't know. I love it there, but
it's totally Jason's vibe though.
It's Jason's vibe.
The real wilderness.
Yeah. Well, but they have cricket sounds.
Do they?
They do.
They pipe in cricket sounds.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, so when it's evening, when you're walking around that property, they're piping in, chirping peeper frogs and crickets and things. Like you do feel. And I've seen bunnies there. I mean, I've seen bunnies at the Poly too. Yeah. So whatever, but it is a wilderness.
I've seen it at the cabins before. I thought that was way fun.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's not my dad's thing. When he goes to Disney, he wants a true hotel experience.
Yeah, something different. Yeah.
Yeah, like because he has a cabin in the woods at home.
Yeah.
That he can go to. So if he goes to Disney, he wants to go to Disney.
He wants the Caribbean or like
Yeah.
I like the Contemporary. The Contemporary has a wonderful smelling lobby too.
I think it's the monorail that is intriguing.
The monorail does not have a good smell.
No.
I don't think we're there for the smell. I think we're talking about it's a crate transportation option.
And that would not get built today, I don't think.
A monorail?
Like if someone was like, no, driving through a hotel. If someone was like, I've got an idea.
Though.
It is so cool. I think right now they're not. I'm speculating, but I just think it's great that they had the idea and they built it and it's been there from the beginning. It's so cool. There's nothing like that anywhere else.
Yeah, because you can literally get off and go to your room. That's awesome.
Does the monorail go through the building in Japan?
Not that I noticed. No, and I think we took it full circle. Did not. But it was still pretty sweet.
It's like nearby, but not through.
It goes through a building, but it goes through like their stations. They have monorail stations, but it doesn't go through any of the hotels that I noticed. And we did the full circle around.
Yeah.
So
more like Disneyland, US Disneyland.
Yeah, where you take the monorail from basically like the parking lot to get. Yeah.
There's a platform. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad it was a good experience.
Yeah.
For Tanner's first character meal.
Oh, nice.
Did he get to meet Mickey eventually?
He did. I'm trying to think. We went and saw him at Town Square.
Cool. Classic.
Yeah, we did the classic one. And I'm sure we did other things. I'm trying to think of where else he would have met him. But that was like the one that sticks out of my mind. Because that was like the first thing that we did when we walked in. Because I think there was like a 15-minute wait for Mickey that day. So it's like, let's just go do it now.
Mm-hmm. That's what we did with Jackie too. We walked in and it was like almost no wait. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That's a fun first. I don't know. It's like when you go to somebody's house, you say hi to them. It's like how it feels.
It just sets the tone. Like, hey,
you gotta see Mickey.
Mickey?
Yes,
yeah,
you have to.
We're here, Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know. It was such a good trip. That was such a good trip.
They're all so good, aren't they?
I can't wait. I go soon again with my friends, and then I am on a Disney hiatus, and I'm gonna shrivel into a little.
You
raisin.
say that, but I will say, So I've obviously not been on a Disney hiatus because I've been to Tokyo Disney. I've been to Disneyland. I've done a lot. But I haven't been to Disney World. And that's because I'm visiting all these other parks. But I'm like, I now just need like some time with my boo. Like
The OG.
the OG. That's like where the magic is. Like these parks are beautiful and I love it. And Disneyland gives me that same magical feeling, but there's nothing like the magical feeling at Walt Disney World for me. And for you guys too. I mean, it's just special.
Well,
There's just no, like, I don't know, as an Epcot person, there's nothing approximating Epcot. Like at
No.
Disneyland California Adventure feels a bit like Hollywood Studios. And obviously like the Magic Kingdom feels like Disneyland. I don't know. So for me, and then it's like, where's my Epcot? Where's my
There's
I
only
need, like,
one
Station
Epcot.
which is cool.
I do love Epcot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flower and Garden, here I come.
It's a beautiful time to be there too. It's very nice.
I know. At least like I'm getting some Christmas Disney and just wanted, some Disney
I'll be
between
there in
them.
August, but I'm gonna try to do a long weekend in December.
Really?
I might try. It all depends. It really depends on like with Gracie going into college and now we're on different schedules. I do think it's probably gonna end up being a lot of like long weekends here and there. Like more trips with like maybe one. I'm sure we'll just still do one big trip in the summer when we're all off
Together.
but we'll probably do like multiple little like 3-nighters here. I love that. Like
Those are nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
and if you can I love flying right out of Plattsburgh direct, and now that I've flown to Tokyo, nothing is ever going to feel long. Going to Orlando is going to feel like so easy that I'm like, okay, we could totally do many long weekends. So
Every time we talk about long flights or anybody talks about long flights, I have like this memory of, and I can just hear Jason like yelling at me because my return flight from Kenya on my last trip, which was January of 23, I was in the middle of the middle section.
no.
And it was a 13 and a half hour flight. And I didn't stand up. I didn't go to the bathroom. I just sat in that seat for 13 and a half hours. That's not good.
No. I can do that
Could
though.
you move afterwards?
Yeah. And the thing is, I got to JFK and because we were so delayed leaving Nairobi, I had missed my connection up to Burlington or wherever I was flying into. And I rented a car and drove home from New York City that day after being on that flight for 13 and a half hours. And I'm like, how did I not get a blood clot in my old lady legs or something?
I was going to say.
Move. I didn't stand up. I did nothing. That's gross.
See, the longest leg to Japan was only 9 hours for us. And that seemed crazy, but
It's a little freaky to be like in a tin can for that long.
loved it though, because like I had the wind blowing in my face and it was like really good vent. And I had like my sweatshirt on. I had my blankets and pillows they gave us. And then I had my TV right there. And then they just kept bringing me snacks and food. And I'm just like watching TV. And I'm like, I could fly the whole world. My kids were in their glory. They're like, oh yeah, you want us to just sit here and rot? This is what we've been training for our whole lives. They were great. Like they were fine.
That's awesome.
I love this.
They were
Their
perfect.
childhood is like,
They're like, bet you want us to sit for 9 hours? Okay.
I'm ready. I got snack.
I got snacks and I can rest. They're very good at that.
But yeah, when you fly 2.5, 3 hours to Orlando, it's like nothing at this point. So
now it's going to be nothing.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know when I'm going. We'll see. At least December.
Yes.
Or maybe
least.
sooner. You never know.
We'll see. I'll be on Disney Cruise Line in August.
I'm excited about that for you.
I can't
My
wait to
kids
hear
are
about
so
that.
excited. My kids are so excited. Yeah. Over the top. So we'll see. Well, lots of breakfast to be had. Let's go eat some crepes and omelets.
That's what I
Yes.
want to eat right now.
Yes, please.
Let us know if you have been to this place. We are not discussing dinner at Cape May Café right now. I don't know that we'll be testing that out anytime soon. It's
You
very
gotta take my dad.
seafoody. Let us know. Send him on a mission. Take him.
Yeah.
Report back.
Okay.
This is very important for research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm out. I think I'm out on this one. I like seafood, but
I love it, but George is
Dad loves
very
seafood.
allergic,
Been
so
going
we
to
will not
Snobby.
be going there. Shellfish,
Yeah.
No.
and we love it. We love it. We won't be able to do it. It's very sad for me.
Also, this might be a really good use of a Disney dining plan credit. It occurs to me. This might be another one that's like a good
Yeah.
1 credit buffet character meal outside of the parks, good food.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Dinner's really good priced. I just saw. Like dinner is still only $49 for adults and $29 for kids. It went down for dinner for kids.
Because it's a controversial choice.
For kids. Yeah. Right? Like,
It's a lot of seafood.
yeah. Seafood pasta salad, New England clam chowder. You're right. You're right. But
I like that.
there's pizza, macaroni and cheese, chicken, and pasta for kids. On there.
Mari would like that one. All right.
All right,
Let
yeah.
us know, people. Have you been here? Are you a fan? Have you been to the Cape May Café dinner? Do you want to come on the show and talk about it? Because none of us have been. Let us know. Send us a message. And thank you to our new followers. We had some new friends join us.
Thank you.
If you are still here at this minute, I don't know where we are, what minute we're on, but if you're still with us, bless your hearts.
Bless your
We're so
hearts.
glad you're here. Send this to some of your friends and come back next week.
Or like Jess says, smash that button.
Smash that like button. My child called me a YouTuber.
Love that.
I've been called a lot of things.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit like down below if you
Well,
want
that's all
another
right. Jack
episode.
asked if we are like Mr. Beast. I was like, no. No, we're not like Mr. Beast.
Maybe
You sure?
someday.
All right. Bye.
Everybody.